Hi, and welcome to Two Tired Teachers,
It is Monday, March 23rd,
2020.
and we have had a trip planned for a very long time.
Yes, months.
And we have been praying about, watching the news, listening, trying to make a decision about do we go on this trip or do we not.
If you're watching this much later, we're in the middle of the coronavirus or the COVID-19.
And our videos typically come up about a month after they're recorded or after we've posted them. We schedule them that far in advance. And I want to take just a second to explain that. One is because that gives me time to get them edited, processed, and we can upload videos so that when we're out on a vacation, we're out traveling, we're not wasting time. We did this twice when we were new to YouTube. We spent hours at a Starbucks waiting for a video to upload, and then when we were in Bloomington, Indiana, at the visitor center there, we spent hours at that visitor center just waiting for a video to upload when we could have been out exploring.
Yes.
And so that way we're not wasting time while we're gone. And Mylena is the one that writes the descriptions and all of that stuff. So it gives her a chance to go on, and if we schedule these videos, to get that stuff done before we leave. And so just to let you know, you're going to be seeing this about a month after we're recording this. So at that point, this may all be over and life is back to normal, or it may be much worse. We don't know. But as you're watching this and you're watching us travel, realize we made a decision based on the information we have today.
One reason that we're choosing to go ahead and go is, if you've watched us, you know we're in Texas. There are over 200 counties in Texas that have no cases.
And I'm going to show you a brief little map here of basically the area we're traveling in. You can see that it is very sparsely populated. The big cities that we're going to hit, if you're not from Texas, you've probably only heard of in passing, if you've heard of them: Midland, Odessa, and San Angelo. Those are the big cities that we will be hitting. We are not going to Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, any of the big cities. We're not going anywhere near that direction. And so currently the county we live in, there are only 2 reported cases, and the counties we're traveling to, most of them have none.
Yes.
And so we are fully self-contained.
We are not planning on using showers, bathrooms, picnic tables at the places where we're camping.
We plan on being self-contained. We went to the store here today, used bags to hold the car. I mean, lots of hand sanitizer and stuff. We bought all the groceries we're going to need for this trip. So our thought is we probably will be able to make this entire trip with no face-to-face contact. We did a dry run on filling up with gas today. We should have filmed that, didn't. But have some latex gloves, the reusable latex gloves, like you use for dishwashing, etc. Have those in the door of the van. Put those on when I got out. While I was touching all of that stuff that was at the gas pump, had on my reusable gloves. I put my hands in. Mylena squirted the hand sanitizer on my gloves. I sanitized the gloves before I took them off to put them back in the door. So we feel as though we're able to make this trip without putting ourselves or anyone else in danger.
We're using great care. Our governor has not said we're in a lockdown.
As a matter of fact, he said in a news report yesterday that there are still 200, because people wanted a statewide lockdown, there are 200 counties in Texas, it's huge, that have no reported cases.
And so if you are in certain parts of California or Washington State,
New York,
you're
in a very different situation.
yes.
And didn't mean to interrupt you
That's
there. I know
okay.
that bothers a lot of people. We're sisters. We interrupt each other all the time. But we do feel that, and the Texas state parks are still open. The group areas are closed.
We had planned on going to Big Bend, and they sent us an email saying we're refunding. There will be no camping there.
And we had dispersed, essentially,
Yes.
our permit, whatever they called it. And so we were going to be 10 miles from anyone else anyway. But the Texas state parks currently are still open. And so we have already made online reservations. We've already paid for everything online, and we have printed out our receipts.
Yes.
And so that the ranger stations are closed. Any group kind of thing, stores, etc., are closed within the state parks. But the parks are open, and when we are connecting to services, we'll go in and put on our gloves so that we're not touching anything that anyone else has touched. And so we are going to go on and travel while we can. Like we said, we don't feel that we're not violating any mandates or anything by any local or state directives. And so
At this point, we're probably limiting our travel to our state.
and to probably a day's drive from where we are. We are going to be at one point maybe 300 miles, maybe a little bit further than that, but we could make it home in a day. And so
If things change drastically, we'll be headed home.
And so we just wanted to let you know what's influenced our decision. And for those of you who are in those hardest hit areas, we hope maybe our videos can give you a little relief from being sheltered in place. We will be practicing social distancing.
Except with each other. If one of us gets it, the other one's pretty much sure to.
But I tell you, we've been home from the grocery store, 30 minutes, and I have washed my hands with soap and water 3 times since I got home. But that's, like I said, we are taking precautions. But things have changed. And I'll go on and tell you, we planned a trip to the Grand Canyon 2 weeks after we got home from this trip. We're not doing that one. And for several reasons. And one is that we were going to be going through some major cities. We were really looking forward to being able to go to the visitor centers and getting all the information and watching the videos. All of that stuff has been closed, and now the campgrounds are closed. And another was we were going to be going through Phoenix to visit friends and family.
And we were going through Albuquerque to see our friend Vicki Castell, whose new book comes out on June the 2nd, I think.
I was going to get to her after I said all the people we were going to visit are in their 80s. She's not. And so, but we were looking forward to visiting with those people as well. And so all of that's really changed our view on that. But anyway, we're looking forward to our trip. It's going to be very different from any trip we've ever taken. Own food. And so, like I said, I think we're set. I think we've got everything we're going to need without having to have face-to-face contact with anyone. And so we're looking forward to getting on the road in the morning.
Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.